What's going on, everyone? Chris from PickDogs.com here on Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024 with your morning show. Got Jay Breaks with me, Ron Romanelli. I'm here to break down the MLB actions. Only a one-game WNBA card. Jay and I will have the layup session out after the morning show. But yeah, I'm still here to chop it up with you guys and talk through the action. We had a decent card yesterday. Big card. I mean, I personally had a okay day. Jay, how was your day yesterday?
I had a really good day yesterday. Until the Rockies decided to bust up my parlay, man. Oh my God, I was sitting on the heater of a parlay. Last leg, Colorado Rockies money line, and it's the same nightmare. I feel like I've lived it multiple times. That bullpen just closed the game, but was what it was, man. Other than that, hit both top plays yesterday. The Liberty had to fade my links. And then the Rangers, as I was there, and they kicked the crap out of the Padres. So overall, good day. I'm going to keep the momentum rolling forward into this money-making Wednesday.
What's that definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, betting on the Rockies and expecting the bullpen to change its stripes.
Look, 3-3 ball game, bases loaded. 2 outs, 2 strikes, and you hit the guy. Oh my God, bro! It don't get no worse than that. But, that's baseball. And that's mid-season baseball. So buckle up.
Ron, what's worse, that or Luis Robert giving up on the or Luis Robert? What am I saying? Robert? I'm all French. Luis Robert giving up on the fly ball to try to avoid the walk-off.
Yeah, I mean, you got to worry about. I've always wondered with his effort, and he's a great, defender, but sometimes he does kind of mail in a little bit out there. But yeah, I mean that I had the Rockies as well with Jay, and that was a tough one. I had a good day. That could have made it a great day.
Great day.
Still was a great day. Maybe it could have made it a fantastic day. But
yeah, I'm with you, Ron. That would have made it a out of here day.
But, the Giants, that was one of my big ones, barking dog, and they found a W. But yeah, man, I got a question for Jay. Are the Rangers back? Are we back in business here? We scored 19 runs in the last 2 games.
I was right behind home plate yesterday, man.
How do those guys look behind home plate? They look back in the game here. They look locked in.
They look locked in. I ain't gonna lie.
They'd look locked in if they were down 7-0, just like they won 7-0. So
we'll see. They need to attack this homestand, man. It's almost nearing do or die time for them boys. So they want to get back in it.
Now we have to address the major news of the day. Aaron Savale dished out, traded to the Milwaukee Brewers.
For real? I didn't see that.
Oh, really? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Damn. Savale not on the Rays no more. Damn.
And traded to the Milwaukee Brewers.
From minor league infielder.
Yeah. Fading his ass.
Interesting.
I guess my obsession now is to shift to the Milwaukee Brewers, apparently.
Yeah, you love Savale.
I love Savale like a hole in the head. I only love going against him. Now it's going to be interesting to see how the changing ballparks affects him. He was doing well at the Trop, but was struggling pretty much everywhere else. So
to be honest, just to stop being funny, I think he'll be a solid arm in that rotation. I feel like they could use him. I get it. I kind of get why the Brewers did it. They're in that spot where they're probably going to the playoffs, and they always go to the playoffs. But another solid, decent arm in there, maybe could.
I mean, the only arm I've trusted lately in that rotation is Freddie Peralta. Colin Ray. Nah.
The Cardinals are winning that division.
You've been saying that for a while. We'll see.
I mean,
Twins and Cardinals, central winners parlay.
I was gonna say that's probably a decent way to look. The Twins.
I'm watching a lot of Brewers games recently. This team's,
they're beatable. That's why I was on the Rockies 2 days in a row. They're beatable.
Yeah, I mean, top of the order is nice, and the thing is they play small ball well. They don't strike out much. They, like we saw last night, they put the ball in play. But these last two games, I mean, they should have been 0-2 in this Rockies series, and they got there last night. But I don't like what I'm seeing from Milwaukee.
See, what don't you like about it?
About the Brewers?
Yeah.
I think the bottom of the order is not great. I think the rotation is not great. Colin Ray, 3.61 ERA, not for long. It's gonna go north of 4, maybe 5 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Same thing with Myers. Peralta, like you said, he's used to being this ace level starter, but he hasn't been that guy recently. I don't think Savale moves the needle much for me. The bullpen is good, but I think overrated. And Christian Yelich is having a unbelievable season, but can he continue that for the entire year? We'll have to see. I like their top 4 in the lineup, but I don't like the bottom half, and I think St. Louis has the better bullpen, the better rotation.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on a lot of that. I mean, I what shocks me about Peralta is how much he struggled at home. I think he has an ERA near 5 at home this season, so he's just not used to that workload. I mean, he's used to being the guy behind Woodruff, Burns, and Hauser. The last couple of years, he took a step back from that ace level workload, and now he's being forced back into it. And he's just sort of a shock to the system, but it'll be fine. Jackson Churio is going to be solid, but we'll see.
Yeah, if you look through their schedule too, they've played a pretty weak schedule
to get to this point
in the first half. A lot of Marlins, a lot of Tigers, Angels. It's Rockies here. I think the second half, and even coming up after this series, I mean they play tomorrow at Coors to end that series, and then they go straight to the Dodger Stadium to play the Dodgers. It's going to be a tough game. July 5th. Peralta glads now, but the Brewers coming off a Coors Field series. I can tell you right now, I like the Dodgers and the under in that one.
Yeah, I think so too. Jay, what do you think of this LeBron deal? 2 years to stay in LA?
He saw it coming. It was just a matter of if he was going to take a pay cut to try to acquire a star, but there's really swung out on everybody. There's really nobody left to acquire. We'll see if they make that trade, for DeMar DeRozan. I don't really like that fit. We know he wants out of Chicago, but outside of that, I mean, it's what we thought he was. He got a player option next year, so he can opt out again if he wants to. And a no trade clause. So we shall see what happens in Lakerland. We're gonna get Bronny and LeBron though. It's gonna be a great story this season. We'll see how far they can go.
You think LeBron's going to be that guy that plays until, like this comment says here, he's going to play till he's 46?
I don't know. For me, I feel like the only thing he was waiting for was what we're going to get this season, was to play with his son. He's already accomplished damn near everything there is to accomplish. Is he still one of the best players in the league? Yeah. Can the Lakers still compete for a championship? Yeah. They were in the Western Conference Finals just last year. So, but I don't think realistically that's obtainable for the Lakers this coming up season. So, or in the next couple seasons. So I think for right now, for him, it's just, a few legacy plays, like playing with his son. And then maybe he tries to wait to play with his other son. But if he doesn't try to do that, to be honest, as much as I hate to say this, this year or next year may be the final season of LeBron.
The other thing is will they even get a chance to play with Bryce? Because if he has a good year and he's like highly, if he's a high prospect, will the Lakers even be able to be in a position to draft him?
They'll make it happen.
That's true.
They'll trade everything they got just to get that pick.
Can you imagine?
As long as LeBron's at the top of his game, he's going to continue playing. I mean, he's, like Jay said, he's still one of the best players in the league.
What am I saying? LeBron James is the GM of the LA Lakers.
There you go. And the coach and the captain.
Yeah, JJ Redick is just a placeholder. Just a face. LeBron's the puppeteer. He's pulling on the strings. Oh man, I was listening to something interesting to talk about Bronny, and it was like both sides of that argument that we were having, I think, last week. Like, does he and then it came out today that people are saying, well, he earned it. So, I've seen both sides of the coin. Like I've seen both sides saying that, the nepotism case, but there are people saying, well, nepotism's everywhere. He still had to, be a highly touted prospect to get picked up by USC and still come back from all the issues he had last season. Still, we've seen guys that don't necessarily play all that well in college that break through at the next level. So I don't know. I'm starting to say that I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for a season or two.
Quickly, I was doing some searching earlier, just doing some searching. I think a play a lot of y'all should hop on Wyatt Langford, AL Rookie of the Year, still plus money. Still plus money. I think it's like 240-ish. Right now, the leader is Luis Hill for the Yankees. But we just saw my guy Langford win Rookie of the Month in the American League after finally heating up. I think it's worth the shot.
Yeah, there's not much competition outside of Heel, really.
Yeah.
Colton Cowser. But, with Heel struggling right now, the window is opened up, so not a bad idea.
I didn't see what happened with Heel last night. Like I saw he got hit a little bit, but it was just like I was kind of tracking it on the box score. It wasn't tracking me.
Yeah, he was not sharp.
National League, it's Skeens is gonna win it. We all know that. It's minus 270. If you want to take a shot, Imanaga something.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be the reason I say shot on Imanaga. I think he's like plus 1100, but it's probably going to be Skeens. We all know that.
Anybody ever take a shot on Jackson Merrill?
I'd take a shot at Mason Wynn, just a real shot.
That's actually not a bad shout.
But I wouldn't take a shot at anything. I just take my money and put it on the Twins AL Central.
Who's in that division? Hold on. No, they're not beating the Guardians. That's not happening.
They are. Congratulations to Cleveland for needing a walk-off to beat the lowly White Sox last night.
Yeah, true. But still, the Twins are...
That rotation makes... McKenzie now back in the minor leagues. That's a good thing. I was hoping, for my bet's sake, that he would stay up at the big league level and continue giving up about 6 home runs per game.
I got the Guardians winning that division.
If one of the three, I'm not predicting injuries, and I don't wish injuries, but this team is so dependent on a few players, Clase, Ramirez, or Kwan. If either one of them go down, it's over. So, and even if they don't go down, I still think the Twins have a real good shot. But this rotation, who's their ace? Who's their ace?
This is gonna sound crazy. This might sound a little crazy, but I like the Royals more to jump the Guardians than I do the Twins.
Well, I already got the Royals. That was my preseason play.
I know.
I mean, if I had to say anybody, like I said, I think it'd be Bybee. They keep winning his starts. He's pitched well.
Sure, but in terms of a number one up against another team's number
one. Oh,
one.
yeah. No, I know. Yeah, I guess the pause says it all.
Yeah, man. So we'll see.
The problem with the Royals is that bullpen has to be able to hold them.
No, that's horrible. Yeah, they can't buy enough in the trade deadline to make that bullpen work.
Because we see in the playoffs, how many times where starters go 2-3 innings, and then it turns into an extended bullpen game. And I get it. Some of those are that fifth starter that transitions to the bullpen. But even then, it's all about having trustworthy arms that you can rely on. And we have not had that with the Kansas City Royals for the better part of the last 2 months. So.
And after this series, the Guardians only get to play Chicago one more time. They've played the White Sox a ton. And they've actually not done too well in that series.
I think it's 4-4, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
It is.
So, and Cleveland, they would probably be far ahead in the division if they actually did well. We saw the Royals beat them 3-1 in Kauffman. So, what's their division record? I gotta see.
The Guardians?
Yeah. First
Enter.
division.
Wow,
It is
scrolling
13-9.
through, they schedule not that easy to close out the season.
That's what I'm saying. The Twins and the Royals have better records in the division than the Guardians do.
Let's scroll through the Twins. I don't trust the Twins at all.
They've got the rotation. They've got guys like Pablo Lopez who were underwhelming in the beginning. Now they're finding their game. Bailey Ober, Joe Ryan, solid options. You've got a good bullpen that's getting healthier. Duran comes back. It's a solid bullpen. They still have some work to do. They can buy the deadline and add a piece there. They've got the prospects to dish them out to get some nice pieces. And now you got the lineup. Carlos Correa having a career season. Ryan Jeffers all of a sudden. Royce Lewis is a home run per game guy. Byron Buxton staying healthy. If he can stay healthy, he's another dangerous guy. This team is hitting the ball against lefties and righties. You got a good rotation, good bullpen. You got everything you would want. And now you have a little bit of playoff experience as well. Twins to win the World Series.
Whoa.
Did Lewis get hurt last night?
Royce Lewis?
Yeah,
Probably.
he pulled up going into second in that game.
Yeah, he was taken out early. He gets injured every other day, unfortunately.
I would just say I just scrolled through all three teams' schedules, and if I had to put remaining schedule in terms of easiness, I would go Royals, Twins, Guardians. So,
well, the other thing we got to consider is how many is the schedule back end loaded for the Royals at home or on the road? It's about even. I mean, they played 46 games at home, 40 on the road.
I see a lot of Nationals, White Sox, Angels in there for the Royals though, back end loaded.
It looks like Royce Lewis is going to be out for a long time, actually.
Is it?
He says, I'm not very optimistic.
Oh, God.
Well, scratch that. No, I'm kidding. I still like the Twins. But that does hurt. I mean, we figured he is so talented, but he does get injured a ton. He's just how many games?
Who's worse for injuries in that lineup, Byron Buxton or Royce Lewis?
They learn from the best, but Lewis has only played 58 games, the most in his career. It's a young career, but like I said, if he's on the field, I mean, he was on pace for
70.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at his complete MLB career so far, that's a shame. Hopefully, it's a groin injury, so I don't think it'll be season-ending, but he might be out for a while.
Probably at least past the All-Star break.
Yeah. But as long as they can get him back in the final couple of months, that's when they'll make the big run over the Guardians. It's only 6 games. 6 games is nothing. You play a series against Cleveland and sweep them, you cut that deficit in half.
Yeah.
That's why we're only getting plus 300. The books are only giving us plus 300.
That's true. All righty. I think we killed enough time to try to get everybody in here. What do you guys say we get into it? Let's
do it.
Let's get into some MLB. We got, speaking of the Guardians, got the White Sox and the Guardians to kick things off. We got the Red Sox and the Marlins, and we got the Cardinals and the Pirates. Jay, lead us off.
Where Gavin Williams been? Where you been at?
Minor leagues. He was injured.
All season?
Yeah, he made some rehab starts in the minor leagues, and now he's making his season debut.
Interesting. How do you do in the minors?
17 innings, 4.76 ERA, 18 hits, 2 bombs, 7 walks, 24 strikeouts. So good strikeout numbers. Controls off a little bit.
Give me the White Sox plus the 1.5. Small lean on White Sox money line. It's just the play on attacking the value. This has been a very competitive series, as we already have talked about. It's 4-4. The White Sox just have seemed to step up, play well. Fede, I kind of like Fede. I ain't gonna lie. He's serviceable on a bad team. Those are the type of guys that I like to attack. Serviceable guys on bad teams that can come and give me plus money, good starts. And I think that's what we're looking at here. Mr. Gavin may give us some contact today. And we'll see if the White Sox can put the ball in play, man. Not one of my favorite games, but I'll take a small lean on the White Sox. What I do like, though, hey, hashtag dirty water is what I got to be there. I got to be there. I've been on the Red Sox a ton, man, a ton. To me, it's really just this simple. Has Bayo been hit? Yes. But Trevor Rogers it's as bad as it gets when it comes to just straight up wins and losses. It's as bad as it gets. His team does not like to support him. And ultimately, when he starts on the mound, it ends in an L. The Red Sox are the better team. The Red Sox have more to play for. The Red Sox, they have to win their winnable games if they're going to, push to get into the playoffs. This has to be a Red Sox win, only minus 130. I'm going to take it. And then what was the last one? Cardinals, Pirates? Jared Jones and Miles McCollum. Schemes and Jones 2024, man. The thing is I kind of like Miles Michaelis, man. He kind of growing on me recently. Last game, he got toe up. Of course, we saw him get lit up by the Reds. But before that, he had won 3 of his last 4. His team had won 3 of his last 4 starts. They were all serviceable. 2, gave up 2, gave up 0, gave up 1. That 0 was against these same Pirates. 7 innings, 1 hit, no earned. Rather than take the Pirates, I'm just going to take the under. Give me the under. I think Jared Jones comes out here, pitches well. I really want to go first 5 under. I think Jared Jones pitches well. I think Miles Michaelis has a bounce back outing. Pitches well against the Pirates, kind of like he did last time out. So I like hearing this slot.
Ron, what do you like?
Jay loves Michaelis. I'm gonna go with a sneaky play there. I on the rundown I took the Pirates in the first 5, and I mentioned that if it's a close game late, I could see St. Louis finding a win because I like their bullpen a lot more and I like their lineup. And if you look at the double result parlays, at least on DraftKings, I see you can take the Pirates in the first 5, Cardinals full game money line parlay. So the Pirates have to be winning through the first 5 innings. The Cardinals win the game by the end of it. That's a plus 1,000 odds price. Believe it or not, it kind of seems crazy, and it's more than likely, a sucker's bet in most games. But this is one of those games where I could see it happening. I think the Pirates could certainly get to Michaelis for a few runs. Jones pitches well. He leaves the game, and St. Louis finds a way to get back in that one. So that would be something I'd look at. Also, Pirates first 5, just plainly put. And I like the Red Sox and the Marlins to go under the total in that one. I like the Marlins to find the win. I like what I'm seeing for Rogers recently. He's been one of the least profitable pitchers in baseball, but he has been a lot better recently. The last, 3 quality starts in his last 3 starts. The Red Sox strikeout rate versus lefties has been through the roof this year. So I think we see Rogers pitch well. Marlins have a weak left already, so give me the under and the fish in that one. And then the White Sox plus the half a run in the first 5 innings. I agree with Jay, and Fetty's been serviceable, like he said, 3.23 ERA, keeps the team in ball games. We've seen many times though where he's done his job and the White Sox have a lead through 5, then the bullpen comes in, one of the worst bullpens in baseball, and blows the lead. So rather than take them in the full game, I'd rather just take the first 5 innings. I think they can get to Williams for a few runs.
I don't know who has burnt me more this season, the White Sox bullpen or the Rockies bullpen. They about neck and neck.
Well, they are the 2 worst bullpens in baseball in terms of. I guess the Rockies is far worse, but.
Jay, we don't have enough time in the show for you to try to calculate who's lost you more money. I will say though, I'm on the same page with Ron on a couple of those. I really like that double result parlay because I do like the Pirates in the first 5. I don't trust Miles Michaelis as far as I can throw him. I backed him against the Giants a couple series ago, and thankfully I got away with it because the offense backed him up. But I'm sitting there going, what am I doing backing Miles Michaelis? Like realistically, I've faded this guy time and time again over the years, and it's made me money. Why? Like, what changed? So I think Jared Jones is a solid outing here. Jones is far more effective at home. So give me the Pirates in the first 5. I kind of like that Pirates first 5, Cardinals full game parlay. And I'm going to go with the White Sox plus a half run in the first 5 as well, and I'll take the plus 1.5 full game.
So, question for both of y'all, just quickly. Y'all not nervous that Michaelis might come out and do it again what he just did to the Pirates? 7 innings, 1 hit, no earned. That's what happened. That's what he did.
Yeah, but it's also, for me, it's also not that's not Miles Michaelis. Like a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
I'm not worried. I never get worried, but it's not easy facing the same lineup in a short span. I don't think Jared Jones pitched in that series against St. Louis, so I give him the upper hand there. And I like Miles Michaelis, but we can't ignore his last 2 starts were miserable. I don't think he'll be anywhere near as bad as he was in that last game, but I definitely think he's susceptible to giving up a few early.
Fair.
But I like White Sox plus a half run in the first 5, plus the 1.5 full game. I can't lay this price with Gavin Williams in his first start back. I mean, Fede, he's had a higher ERA on the road, but look at a lot of his recent road starts. I mean, he pitched for like a month straight in road starts. Like he had like 5 road starts in a row and pitched well in a lot of those. And like Ron said, it was just that the bullpen let him down. I think he can keep it competitive in the first 5. Even the White Sox can have the lead because, like we said, Gavin Williams making a season debut here. And I just think that the White Sox are competitive here. And like I said, this is just a hefty price. I think I'm just not laying this price just because it's the Cleveland Guardians at home. I think that Fede pitches well and keeps him in. I don't have a feel for that Red Sox Marlins game. Yeah, don't love it. But we'll move on. We got the Mets and the Nationals. We got the Reds and the Yankees, and the Astros and the Blue Jays. Ron, what do you like here?
Quite the interesting game in Houston, Toronto. Astros just a small favorite despite Blanco. We got to remember at the beginning of the season, his first start of the year, he no-hit these Blue Jays and did it pretty easily. The expected batting average for Toronto was in the low 100s, so it's not like he was getting all these amazing defensive plays that saved the no-hitter. He was excellent in that game. And Kikuchi struggled recently, so you would expect the Astros to be a little bit bigger of a favorite. I still like the Astros to win, but I like the over in this one. I think the Blue Jays can get to Blanco for a few runs. We saw Blanco give up 6 in that last game. Now 3 of those were unearned. The defense didn't help him out, but still 3 home runs. It was one of his weakest starts of the year, and that was on the road. He's on the road here. I think the Blue Jays can get a few, but I also think the Astros get to Kikuchi. They've crushed him throughout his career. They've got great numbers against lefties. Low strikeout rate. Kikuchi, I've mentioned, I don't really like what I'm seeing from him. He's not pitching deep into ball games. His control's off. So give me the over in that Astros-Blue Jays game. And, that Yankees-Reds game is a tough one. You got 2 lefties on the mound. We know the Reds grabbed the outright win last night as a nice, plus money, big-time plus money dog. Rodon, with his current form, it's tough to have a lot of faith in his game right now. I think he'll figure it out. But, his last 2 starts, 8 2/3, 21 hits, 15 earned runs. For me, I got to take a shot with the Reds again in this spot, get another great price on the money line and run line if you want to take the 1.5. For the Mets game, the Mets, I've backed them a lot recently when they faced a left-handed starter. They've just crushed lefties in the last 30 days. And, Mitchell Parker's had a fine season so far in his rookie campaign, but the Mets are just a tough matchup for any lefty right now. And Christian Scott may have been optioned to the minor leagues, a little while ago, but he was pitching well. It wasn't because of his poor performances. He had a sub-4 ERA. His last start before being brought down to the minor leagues was 5 innings, 2 runs, and a Mets victory. So he's still a decent option, in my opinion, and I think the Mets win another one.
Yeah, I'm on board with all those. Maybe for different reasons, but I like the Mets because finally, Christian Scott can get some run support. He was getting around 2.5 runs of support.
The Mets.
Yeah, you were waiting for that. I should have saved it till the end, but I don't know why I didn't. Christian Scott, he was getting less than 2.5 runs of support per start when he was with the big club the first time. He wasn't pitching terribly, but now he's got an offense behind him that can produce. It's taken the Mets a little while. They've had to win the first 2 games in extra innings, but the offense has been coming to play when they've had to. And Mitchell Parker, like Ron says, pitched well, but I think that the Mets still get to him. The Mets are still hitting above 300 against lefties in the last 10 games. So give me the Mets on the money line there. I'm going to take the Reds in the plus money against the Yankees. The Yankees are just slumping right now. And I thought they were going to break out of it yesterday with Heel on the mound. And even though the Yankees made it interesting at the end there, the Reds found a way to get it done. And they've been hitting lefties really well in the last 2 weeks. One of the better teams in batting average and team OPS. The Yankees, I think they'll maybe do some damage off Babbitt, but Rodon is struggling. And like Ron said, I think it's 15 runs in his last 2 starts. A lot of hits given up. And this is looking like the Rodon of last season. So give me Cincinnati there. And I'm going to take the Houston Astros. Again, not to echo too much of what Ron said, but Blanco pitched well against the Blue Jays earlier this season. Kikuchi, an ERA just under 9 in his last 5 starts against Houston. Now, he hasn't faced him, I believe, since 2022, but still rough numbers against him. Kikuchi's also given up 13 runs in his last 3 starts in ERA in double digits. Just not a good look. And we saw the Blue Jays almost give it up again yesterday. And I can't trust this Blue Jays bullpen. This was an offensive lineup that was struggling when Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was in the lineup. Now, who knows if he's going to be in or not? He's still dealing with that finger issue after the hit by pitch. So I'm going to go with the Houston Astros here. Jay, what do you like? There we go.
I'm muted.
4 seconds. I was timing it to see how long it would take.
I was saying, I've been on that Mets train. I've been loving the Mets, but today's the day. Today's the day to hop off, fellas. I'm taking Mitchell Parker in the Nationals at home. I've been fading the hell out the Nationals too. This is a team that is free falling. This is a team I think that has been playing above their pay grade for most of the season, and now we're kind of seeing them be who they are. Still going to get wins in certain spots, and if there was a stopper for him, I could make the argument it's Mitchell Parker. When you just look at his last couple outings, he's been solid. He's been solid. I know you guys gave the good numbers on the Mets hitting lefties, but in all honesty, I'm just going to shoot it straight to you. I got a gut feeling today about the Nationals. I've been fading them, and I've been on the Mets, but I'm hopping off today and taking the Nationals. When it comes to the Yankees and the Reds, I don't like what I'm seeing out of the Yankees right now. I probably should have been on the fade the Yankees train like I want to be, like I've been trying to preach about all season. And then I fell for the trap, start betting them run line. I hit a couple, and I've been on the Yankees train. But they're not playing all that well right now. The Reds are a streaky team. When the Reds are hot, you kind of got to just roll with them. They're not necessarily hot right now, but they're playing decently on the road. I think they continue to do that, man. So if I'm not betting this game today, but if I were to, I think you got to just take the Reds at the plus 150. What I am doing is fading the Astros. I'm fading Blanco, who I've been saying is due for regression. The stickiest stuff we ever seen. The Blue Jays are going to be mad, man. They're going to be mad. They're going to crank his ass today is what's going to happen. We saw the Blue Jays get going yesterday. They did almost give it up. That bullpen does make me really, 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 really nervous. But, I think the line tells us everything we need to know, in all honesty. Give me the Blue Jays in this one. That AL West is going to come down to the very last week, just like it did last year. So ain't nobody gonna be too up on nobody. The Rangers finna come back. Astros finna be middle around 500, and we already know what's finna happen in Seattle post All-Star break. We already know. So just buckle up.
Alrighty, let's see here. We got next slot. We got the Giants and the Braves. We got the Padres and the Rangers, and the Phillies and the Cubs. I'm going to take the Giants. I'm going to take them plus 1.5. I'm going to take a little bit on the money line as well.
Fading Chris Sale? Whew.
I like Chris Sale. I like Chris Sale at home. He's 7-0 in 8 starts with decent ERA, but the Braves, I think the only way to take the Braves here is to try to, lay the run line. And right now the offense isn't doing all that well. I mean, their last 10 games, they're hitting 188 against right-handed pitching. I don't know. The lineup's great on paper, but it just hasn't been producing. And the Giants have been one of the better teams in baseball hitting lefties. And I'm not saying that the Braves don't win this game. I mean, like I said, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on the money line because of the value, but I think even if Atlanta wins this game, I think it's like a 3-2 sort of low-scoring duel kind of game. And I think that it's worth taking a shot on. So I'm going to take the Giants plus the 1.5. I'll take sprinkle a little bit on the money line. I'm going to take the over 8.5 in that Padres-Rangers game. I don't trust the starting pitching matchup here. John Gray's been tuned up in 2 of his last 3 starts. And the Padres still hitting righties well, even though they didn't do anything yesterday. I think they at least show up in some way, shape, or form.
Eovaldi looked like postseason Eovaldi yesterday.
Yeah,
7 innings,
he was solid.
I said, God damn.
He was solid. I have to give him that. But I think the Padres can at least get to John Gray, who I could see Eovaldi being the leader of the rotation. I can't see John Gray as a top end option for him. I don't know. It's not a good look for him. And Mazur, the problem with Mazur, he struggled with control. 17 walks so far this season. The Rangers have shown a lot more discipline at the plate. If they can get runners on, I think they can do some damage. So I like the over 8.5 there. And I'm going with the Phillies against the Cubs. I just don't trust this Cubs lineup. I don't trust this Cubs offense. Imanaga can have a solid start, but he's got to have some run support behind him, and I don't know if it's going to be with Zach Wheeler on the other side. So I know Wheeler's had issues on the road, but I just trust this Phillies lineup more. So give me the Phillies. Jay, what do you like?
Run line, extendo clip with the Rangers. Short, sweet, simple. Lay as many runs as your stomach can take. They finna crank Mr. Adam Mazur, man. The Rangers, they a weird team, bro. But when you look back at the last 3 months, when the Rangers win, they always win dominantly. So if you're going to take them, you might as well lay a run line or a couple runs. But, we kind of seen this from this last year. Remember, last year they were kind of a 50-50 team around the All-Star break. I mean, they were a little bit better, but they would have these weird streaks a lot last year. But when they would come out of them, bro, they would get stupid hot, stupid hot. And I kind of getting them same vibes right now. John Gray, he has been lit up in 2 of his last 3. But I could make the argument that 6 of his last 7 at home have been gems. So, yeah, I mean, I trust him at home. Yes, the O's blew him up at home, and yes, the Mets blew him up at home. But I can't ignore the 6 innings, 2 hits at home against the Royals. I can't ignore he did get.
You should ignore those 6 innings, 2 hits against the Royals because he was
Royals
giving
were
up
pretty bad at the time. They were
sharp contact left and right. I think it was like 90-mile-per-hour exit velocities left and right, couple hundreds in there.
2 hits.
2 hits, but 3 strikeouts in 6 innings with 13 fly balls given up. That's called lucky. And we saw that luck run out at Camden Yards. They're still rounding the bases.
They did run out in Camden, but he also pitched well at home against them Guardians. I trust Gray at home at the crib.
You know my thoughts on the Guardians.
I'm laying a run line with my team today, man. I think they kicked the crap out of the Padres again. I think my guy, Imanaga-sama, has a bounce back outing today, man. I do. His last game wasn't terrible, and his team didn't get the win. The game before that is the one we really saw him get taken behind the woodshed by the Mets. That's when the Mets was the grimmest Mets, bro. Hey, that's when the Mets was going crazy. They was hitting everybody. I'm not afraid of the Phillies right now. I'm not. They're banged up. Zach Wheeler, he's one of them guys that is always high priced and he's fadeable. You just got to pick your spots. So, are the Phillies the better team? Yeah. Are the Cubs probably a little overvalued here? Maybe. But I'm going to take a shot with Imanaga in the Cubbies at the small plus money. And Chris is crazy as hell. No way in hell am I fading the Braves. I'm probably putting Braves money line on every parlay I touch today. It just is what it is. I just see it as a bounce back spot with that guy on the man, Chris Sale. Do I get the value? Yeah, I'm just poking at Chris. I really do get the value, and with the way the Braves have been playing, you never know. But nah, if there was a place where they get right, it's at home today with Chris Sale, who's been as good as they come at home. So Braves money line probably going on all my parlays.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, Braves. Yeah, hopefully.
We got the.
I didn't give out my play.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Go Ron.
So that Phillies
Sorry,
Cubs game.
I was so distracted by the audacity of Jay Briggs.
For that Phillies Cubs game, I'm going to look at a player prop. I want to, take a look here. Zach Wheeler against Cody Bellinger. They've faced 13 plate appearances in their careers, and Bellinger's 5 for 13. So that is about almost 400 batting. That was like 390. And he has 5 strikeouts. So, that's about a 390 or 39% strikeout percentage. But of those 5 hits in the 13 at-bats, all 5 of them were home runs. No singles, no doubles, no triples, all homers. So I think it's worth a shot to take Cody B for a home run today against Zach Wheeler. But they've also got a few other guys that have had some success against Wheeler in the home run department. Ian Happ's got a bomb off from Christopher Morel, and even little old Nico Horner has got a home run off of Zach Wheeler, believe it or not. So I would say Cody B is the best option, but I do think that Wheeler could be in trouble with the home run ball in that game. When you look at the Padres-Rangers game, I know, Jay had a lot of there's the Nate Lowe bobblehead. A lot of nice things to say about his team. It's nice that he was able to get a feel-good story going to the game last night. It's been a disappointment. I wouldn't say disappointed. It's been a disaster season so far for the Texas Rangers.
I agree.
And it's good that he got a chance to watch him win because it's going to be the last one they win this series. I'm going with the Padres, the Friars,
you
the
don't
Fathers.
You don't believe that. You don't believe that.
Well, I don't know about tomorrow, but I do think Adam Major locks him down today. Like Chris said, it's all about the control. If he can find his control, which he did in that last game against the Nationals, 5 innings, 1 walk in a victory for San Diego, he should be successful. I cannot trust John Gray right now. I think eventually he'll find his game, but personally, I don't think he's 100%. And, we've seen 2 of the last 3 starts, absolute, shelling. 8 earned runs, 9 earned runs, home runs, extra base hits galore. And even in that game against Kansas City where he pitched well on paper, you look at the expected batting average from the Royals in that game. You look at how sharp they hit the baseball. He got rather fortunate. So give me the Padres at a great plus money price. Could be my favorite free play of the board.
Habit?
No. I don't bet habits on Adam Major.
Tomorrow it's Michael King and Max Scherzer.
Oh, yeah. So this is the last game that the Rangers win. Yesterday was the last game that the Rangers win this series.
We eating up, man. I better watch that.
The Robichons might start stumbling. Anyways, got what do we have here? Okay. The Tigers and the Twins. We got the Royals and the Rays and the Brewers against the Colorado bullpen.
Slot that did me in last night, man. The Tigers. They should have won that game yesterday. They didn't even win that first 5. They pushed first 5. That made me mad too. Scuba was Scuba though. To be honest, bro, y'all know what I want to do. I want to take the Tigers straight up on the money line, but I got to follow my rule with the Twins. When they hot, they hot. You just don't fade them. But with the minute they lose a game, we are getting on the fade the hell out of the Twins train. So today could be the day where they fall off. We kind of seen a little falter in their game yesterday, but they won. So personally, I'm not betting the Tigers today. I really, really want to, but you put rules in place for a reason. And one of my rules is when the Twins is hot, I can't fade them. What I will do is continue to be a dumbass and bet the Rockies full game because I'm betting the Rockies full game again today. And I just got to pray for that bullpen, man. I just got to pray, bro. I just got to pray. Overall,
you're gonna have to do more than pray today. That bullpen, not only is it bad, but they've got no arms left. They played a 14-inning game, 10-inning game the other night, and then this last one was a close one where they couldn't even use one guy in the 9th inning. They had to get 2 bums out there to blow the lead. 50 pitches combined between the 2 of them. Right. So me and Ruffalo are going to be warming up in the 7th inning. Hopefully you don't mind that.
You ain't lying, bro. You're not lying, bro. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 strikes, and you hit the guy for the lead, bro. Oh, my God. Hey, man. All right. I might not take them today and take them tomorrow. The thing is I love the Rockies at home, bro. Just look at the last 4 or 5 series for them at home, bro. They're just competitive, and they beat good teams at home all the time, and they're really competitive. What's the 1.5? 1.5 is even money today. Maybe that's where I'll be. With the 1.5, because both games they've been super tight, came down to the end. I don't really think Milwaukee's finna air them out today. I think the Rockies have a legitimate chance to win it outright, and I'm probably gonna be mad if I don't take the money line, but I'll for sure take the 1.5 in my back pocket. And what was the last one? Rays Royals, Pepio and Waka. Yeah. Ill is this game. I'm not even going to overcomplicate it. I'm just going to take an over. I think we get some runs here in this game. I think Michael Waka gets touched up, and I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Young Pepio gave up some runs too. Pepio, his last couple outings have been okay against the Mariners and the Pirates, but I think he's due for his usual 3-4 today, and I think Waka can give it up in a hurry. Walker has been pitching above his pay grade, in my opinion. He has. Today's the day you get touched up. Give me it over.
You have to clip the little part where Jay called himself a dumbass.
Man, betting the Rockies.
It's gonna be the sound clip on repeat, man. I'm a dumbass.
The Rockies bullpen, man. It's. Oof. You've seen it the night before, so just imagine.
Well, we were recording the video the night before.
Yeah, so you've seen it the night before, me sweating out Rockies bullpen. So imagine last night. I was gonna throw some shit out.
I sure damn pull your hair out. Jeez.
I don't even sweat like this really about any other sport, but it's just something about 9th inning close game baseball that just.
Ron, what do you like here?
I'm going to go with the over in that Rockies-Brewers game. I think I don't really trust either starter, either bullpen. Even last night, which went under the total, it was still a game where both teams had a lot of opportunities, especially late. And, Dakota Hudson's just not been able to pitch at Coors Field. I mean, ERA above 8, control's been way off. How many walks at home? So 23 walks in 35 innings. That's more than a walk every other inning. It's just not pretty for him. I see the price there, Jay. I see the vision of taking a plus money shot or 1.5 runs, but with how bad that bullpen has been, like I said, the availability of that bullpen also, I think that's the reason why we're seeing this line climb up to now minus 172 at some spots. I don't like Colin Ray as much as the next guy in terms of I think he has big time regression concerns, but that Brewers top of the lineup, top 5 guys are really dangerous, as we saw last night in the 9th inning. And I just think it's a game we see a lot of big innings, a lot of long innings, and if the total's 11.5, I don't think it's steep enough. The game's going to start about 90 degrees at Coors Field, which, it's going to be hot. We know it's already Coors Field. To me, it's just perfect hitting weather. Give me the over.
I'm going to take the I'm once again going to take the over in Colorado and Milwaukee. I'm starting to figure out the reason they call them the Rockies is because it's a perfect description of the bullpen. But I think the bats can do some damage off of Colin Ray, who I still do not trust as far as I can throw him. Dakota Hudson, his issue this season has been pitching at Coors Field. 8.58 ERA. I think this one's going to be ugly, bowling shoe ugly. Give me the over. I'm also going to take the Minnesota Twins on the run line. You know, I'm high on this Twins team. I like what I saw from David Fest. I don't think he was nearly as bad as that box score would indicate from his first start. It was just the one bad inning where he just gave up single, and the runs just kept coming in. And you know, the Twins offense still backed him up. I think they do enough damage here off of Cater Montero and what looks to be in my eyes maybe an extended bullpen game for the Tigers. So give me the Twins run line until I have a reason not to. And Tampa Bay, Kansas City. We lean towards Tampa Bay, maybe. I don't know. I don't love that game really. Maybe I'll go with the over like Jay had. And we can maybe have the Royals offense wake up here. I know Pepio's pitched better on the road this season, but still the Royals hit fairly well at Kauffman. So give me the over in Kansas City, Tampa Bay. And our last time slot of the day, we got the Angels and the A's. We got the Orioles and the Mariners and the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Ron, what do you got?
I'm going to go with the over in that Orioles-Mariners game. The total is set really low at 7 runs because it's at T-Mobile Park. Decent starting pitchers on paper. You know, Logan Gilbert, a sub-3 ERA, but I haven't really liked what I've seen from him recently in terms of the strikeout numbers have been very inconsistent. We saw another game with well less than a strikeout per inning against the Twins in that last start. It was a quality start. The Mariners still found the win in the end, but now you're facing a Baltimore Orioles team that we know is crushed right into pitching this year. It's a tough matchup for Gilbert. Kramer was not good at all in his rehab starts in the minor leagues. It's really concerning for me going into this start. So while I like both of these bullpens and we may need to see some more runs early in this game to get us over the total, I think it could also be a game where we might see a close one and maybe potentially extra innings. So give me the over in that Orioles-Mariners game. Don't love the Dodgers game. I mentioned that on the rundown. I commented, you know, with Montgomery was supposed to be the starter. He went on the IL. I would have liked to take the Dodgers a lot more if he was pitching because he has just struggled too much this year. But now no official starter. I don't know if you guys see a starter listed for Arizona, but, you know, a lean to LA. But to me, it's a pretty square play. Angels Athletics, another game. I said this was one of my least favorite games on the board. I honestly think this card is pretty tough in general, but I'll have to pass on that Angels Athletics game.
Thought I was seeing a bullpen game for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. Gavin Stone's been really, you know, flying under the radar in terms of how well he's pitched this year. But, you know, Dodgers have had some issues with Arizona this year, especially Dodger Stadium. So we saw another close one last night. I'll be staying away from that one.
Let me just find it here. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, I think it's a bullpen game for the Diamondbacks. Sorry, I lost my place. I'm gonna go back to the well with the Angels in that one. They really crapped the bet on me yesterday. I almost thought about giving them up, but don't love what I've seen from Joey Estes this season. And Davis Daniel had a solid debut. And it's not like it gets much tougher here against the A's. And consistent offense in the A's is not something we've been able to put in the same sentence for a lot of the season. So give me the Angels for the bounce back here. If they don't win today, I think it might be time to put them on the no bet list. Yeah, I like that over 7 in Baltimore, Seattle. I lean towards the Orioles just because of the price. It was originally supposed to be Corbin Burns here, but now it's shifted towards Dean Kramer. And Kramer, yeah, he's not the money machine that he was last season where he was winning starts left and right, or the team was at least winning starts behind him left and right, but still think he's decent enough. And the Orioles, they're just hitting righties right now, and the Mariners are not. So give me the Orioles and the over in that one. I'm taking the over in Arizona, LA as well. I think the Dodgers tee off on that Diamondbacks bullpen that started to look more and more like the Diamondbacks bullpen that we've made money hand over fist by fading and watching implode over the last couple seasons. But the Diamondbacks, they did get to Gavin Stone for 4 runs when he faced him earlier this year. And I'm not saying they do it again, but I think they can at least put up enough to help us over a total of 9. So give me the over Diamondbacks Dodgers. Jay, what do you got here?
The Angels was too damn hot. It just didn't make sense. So they're just regressing back to the means is all that's going on. They losing today as well. Give me the A's. It's just how I see it. They got too hot there for a second. Now they finna go on a little losing streak and get back where they belong. I told y'all yesterday, I'm betting the Diamondbacks every game in this series. It just is what it is. And how I see it playing out, they're going to win outright to that plus 170. And then they're going to be favored tomorrow over the Dodgers with Gallen going. And they're going to win that one too. So give me the Diamondbacks today. The Diamondbacks always play the Dodgers tough. Always. And just book it. The season series is 4-3. So you know what I mean? I'm not really worried about the bullpen games. This game is going to be competitive just like it was yesterday, and I'm getting damn near 2-1 on the Diamondbacks in a very winnable spot. I know Gavin Stone has a really nice win-loss record this season and an under 3 ERA. He's pitching for the Dodgers, though, so it's kind of, you know what I mean? Them wins don't mean the same as some of the other people's wins, but in that same breath, he can lose today. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks. And last but not least, everybody knows I love fading me some Kramer. As much as I want to see the Mariners, fall back to reality here soon, which they will, they're not going to lose every game. I kind of like the spot for them. Yes, the O's have been hot, winning 4 of their last 5. But I don't know if they playing necessarily their best baseball. And I think today is a real losable spot for them. I'm not totally in love with this game today, but I think Seattle at minus 125 at home over Baltimore speaks volume. So give me the Mariners.
Hey, Jay, what do you got for sale today?
I have my $19 WNBA play of the day, and I have my $19 Major League Baseball play of the day. I might have a 3-pack for you guys. I might have a 3-pack. Might not. We'll see here in just a second, but I for sure have those 2 plays over at the site.
Ron, what do you got going on?
Yeah, today I got my rundown best bet in Major League Baseball as well as my run line winner. And we've done really well recently in baseball, but even the other sports that are going on, like the Canadian Football League and the WNBA. So, no plays in those sports today, but you grab a long-term pass. We've got plenty of those action. This weekend, Thursday, starts the Canadian Football Week. WNBA, more games later this week. And, looking to keep going here.
Yeah, I got my my $19 pickoff play for today. I got that as also part of my walk-off Wednesday 5-pack. So check that out. No WNBA for me today. Only the 1 game on the board, but still plenty of money to be made out there today. So we'll get that done. But let's hop into the WNBA. We got only the 1 game on the board. If you guys are interested in it, Jay and I still have to put out the layup session after the show. But we got the Mercury and the Wings. Mercury laying 5.5 on the road. Jay, anything here?
I have the side for sale at Pig Dogs Premium. Total wise, I would lean under. I know both games this season have been high scoring between these two, 107.92 and 97.90. I don't necessarily like the form the Mercury are in right now. And I think this game might be a slower pace than the other 2 might. And that last game was a double overtime game as well. So I don't know. I'm feeling an under here in this game between these 2 teams. I don't think it's going to be as much scoring as there was earlier this season.
Ron, you like anything here?
Not really, honestly. I guess maybe a slight lean to Dallas, but I won't be betting it.
I'm trying to see if I can put together another mini parlay, but it's tough because, like I said, it's just there's a lot of props going on. If anything here, I'm going to go with the Mercury.
Yesterday hit?
Yeah, it did.
It did? Oh, you a bad man.
And everybody was questioning it. Angel Reese hit that extendo clip on the rebound.
You a bad man.
16 boards.
I should have put it in. You a bad man.
I'm trying to find something because I want to be able to try to run it back, but right now there's only a parlay that I got at plus 110. So yeah, I'm gonna go Mercury team total over. I think the defense continues to be an issue for the Wings here. They've given up 90 plus in 5 straight. Mercury have been playing well since Brittany Griner came back. Clea Copper's stepped up. I'm trying to figure out if Diana Taurasi's playing. I think she is, but I don't see any props on her, but we'll see. I'll try to throw together a quick parlay for you guys while we're doing our parlays. But yeah, Jay, do you got a parlay here?
Parlay. Sure. Let me cook one up right quick. Let's go with the Nationals. Fading the Mets, gut feeling. We're gonna go with the other gut feeling and take the Mariners against the O's. And we're gonna take the over in Tampa Bay, Kansas City. 3-10.
Ron,
what do you like here?
Yeah, I'm just going to stick to that double result parlay in that Pirates game. So the Pirates first five, Cardinals full game, plus 1,000 odds for that one.
I like it. All right, let's see. See, I wanted to do Odyssey Sims assist too, but she's not even popping up here. All right, let's go. We'll just go with a four prop parlay from that Mercury Wings game. We're gonna go with Kalia Copper, 20 plus points. Arike, 20 plus points, 3 threes, and Natasha Cloud, 6 assists, plus 208. And then throw that together. And I'll parlay up the. Let's go with the Pirates first 5, the Phillies, and the over in the Orioles Mariners. All right, I think that's it. Guys, got anything else?
Money making Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Scoop up my best bet. I forgot to say I've hit 5 of 6 in the WNBA. So scoop it up today, man. Time to keep it rolling. Other than that, man, we'll see y'all tomorrow. We got day games tomorrow, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Starts at 11 a.m. Eastern and goes till 9 p.m. in the evening.
Yep.
Yeah, hop on, get some merch, and get the link in the description of this video. We got everybody's best bets at Pick Dogs Premium. Got the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys hop on, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. I'm not used to there being no afternoon action on Wednesdays anymore. I'm used to it being the afternoon action, but 4th of July brought it out tomorrow. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good Wednesday. Good luck.
Nate Lowe home run, Wyatt Langford home run. You know what I mean?
Lamont Wade home run. He's only got 3 of them, but he hit one yesterday, actually.
Nate Lowe hit 2 yesterday. So bobblehead day. So
McDonald Cup.
We're all holding things up on our desks, so. Yeah, I got nothing else that's interesting. Okay, come on. Like, I got nothing else. Like, you guys are showing me up. What the hell is this? Yank. I give up. I'm done. We'll see you guys later.
Peace.